played. So at the mid-season championships, Cosolix and Hardy, they ended up placing 17th, which is quite good. But I feel like I haven't seen a really big breakout performance for either player in a little bit of time. And so, we'll have to see how they do today. That being said, look at what Anime is getting started. Look at what Soul is getting started. Look at the interruption into the Cider as well. That was crazy.
Okay. And they had the opportunity for a team combo there as well with the conversion off of the cannon there that Anime tried throwing out immediately. I mean, we said it while we were watching them fight Cody Travis and Stingray. They weren't making offstage commitments. They really were opting to go for the edge guards instead. First stock of the first game, they immediately try to get an offstage interaction set up. So these guys, they're definitely adapting their playstyle to their opponents, which I love to see. They're going to start this game with a lead.
And it's a pretty confident lead at that. With only in the orange at this point in time. Cosolix looking for the GC N-Sig that does not find its target. The N-Light, so many N-Lights, so many gauntlets on the screen. Downer, Cider as well. Amazing stuff. Getting in there with the GCD Light. Anime putting Cosolix off stage with the Cider. Okay, just backing him off, putting up a wall, letting his teammate get back on, and that is going to be finally his first stock gone with the Cider.
Anime also, while he was getting back up on the stage, literally skipping past hardymj and Cosolix. He doesn't care if he gets team comboed, he needs to get over to Soul one way or another. He wanted to try and protect him, but unfortunately, the knockout will come for him. hardymj and Cosolix are able to close out the second one as well. Soul, though, he's not afraid to fight on his own in this 1v2 situation. So he's connected so many spear dares, but Anime is gonna have to be the one to come in and swoop in the knockout. Soul getting one of his own with the dare.
That was amazing patience.
Oh no.
All he did was he waited for the wall, but look at this 2v1 combo. The D-Light, Cider, recovery, Hardy. Look at the damage. Look at the amount of damage dealt. Cosolix coming back on. That was the neutral layer, but where was the chase dodge? There was no chase dodge. He could have made it back onto the stage. Look at the position for Red Team. It is not good, Polly.
4 stocks against 1. hardymj, he's already thinking about game 2, man. This is pretty much over. I want to look at that replay. I want to see Cosolix. I believe whenever they got both stuck into that team combo, Cosolix dropped out of it somehow, and he really wanted to help hardymj get out of it. But I believe Cosolix immediately panicked and did an axe nair, which led to him being in recovery frame so that he couldn't actually help his teammate. We're going to see it right here, I believe. No, it's going to be afterwards. We didn't get to see the team combo at all.
A little bit tragic, a little bit unfortunate, but most unfortunate
we saw it.
Of all
You
was
remember it.
Missed, yeah. It was the missed chase dodge, because that is the best way to be able to get back onto the stage when you have no resources. If you hit somebody, then he gets a chase dodge in that direction. Cosolix only dealt 163 damage that game. He did not have a lot of presence.
Yeah, I mean, Anime and Soul, their game plan. As we mentioned, you know, they've been dominant on stage. They've been dominant with the team combo setups for what we have seen so far in this tournament. The one thing that they changed in this game was that they were now also committing onto these offstage interactions. They really, all things considered, I want to say they didn't let Cosolix play the game.
No, not at all. Cosolix was kept out, and he was kept out of harm's way, and they made some of these stocks completely disappear. We're going into the next game. We're not going to be seeing any switches quite yet, but I would like to see Hardy and Cosolix establish themselves against Soul and Anime. Soul and Anime's combos are looking incredible. The offstage awareness is looking excellent, and so it feels like there's quite a few adaptations that need to be made.
I feel like, you know, Anime and Soul, they're winning the neutral interactions a little bit more. They're winning the neutral interactions while being in the correct position for a team combo. What hardymj and Cosolix might want to do is try and look if you can dismantle this positioning that they've got going on, because then at least you can lose the 1v1 but not get team comboed afterwards, and that's a much easier position to handle.
Okay, Soul looking through the downer, not going to be able to find it quite yet though. Hardy, that is going to be his ideal position to be in, which is a separate 1v1. Anime, ooh, not able to land against Hardy, who found that N-Light. He looks for that N-Sig, but it was unsuccessful.
Alright, and I mean, at this point, hardymj and Cosolix, they're winning the 1v1s, and the few 1v1 neutral interactions that Soul and Anime have been finding, they're not leading to a team combo. hardymj and Cosolix, they've definitely adapted incredibly quickly to Anime and Soul.
Gets that N-Light, gonna be keeping Anime off stage. You found an N-Light of your own, and now Hardy is off stage in a bit of a nasty position. Soul is just looking to threaten with the spear down in. Nobody is directly below him. The Ensig does come out, and it does successfully KO. That's one neutral. Now, how do you finish the stock off on Hardy? He is deep into the red. You got gauntlets on hand. You found a Sido. So, ledge trapping, maybe a couple of D-lights Sido.
I actually think, I mean, as soon as you got Hardy off stage going, opting to go for the full-on 2v1 instead was actually a much better idea. Even though it didn't lead to the knockout, the sheer risk-to-reward ratio is infinitely higher. However, as that didn't hit, they're still going to be falling behind here in this lead. With Anime, I'm looking at Anime, red in his second stock here, falling behind too.
Looking for the sidelight, ends up getting punished by Hardy Sido. Sidelight Sido not going to be able to come out quite yet. Oh, Anime has taken a lot of damage here. Soul is already on the last stock. This is not looking like an amazing game for the blue team.
hardymj with the fully charged weapon throw, which is going to be connecting, and Anime just refuses to go down. I mean, we're starting to see barbecue color HP on this Onyx.
Smoky. Oh yeah, that's
the dare. The dare. They got the dare. That's even more damage that doesn't knock out. The Seer doesn't connect. Anime is him. Anime is him, Dora.
GCN Light Ensig. That was amazing. Hardy not going to be able to make it back on. No dodge, no resources. Anime knocked down a last stock, but they got Hardy stock off. Blue team has made this game even again. They did the impossible. And now can they close, or will red team clutch it out?
With an insane tanking of the second stock from Anime, they're finding themselves in even stocks here. hardymj and Cosolix, they're starting to get a damage lead as Soul gets pushed off to the side. hardymj is allowed to commit to the edge guard as well. Now, Anime has to 1v2. He has the cannon in hand. We mentioned this earlier, and we've already seen what Anime's cannon is able to do in a 1v2 situation as soon as he gets this split up.
He just needs that end light. He needs that side light. He needs to be able to carry somebody with him. He gets both of them with a side light, but no lead. Okay, that's the end light. Hardy cannot make it back onto the stage. Cosolix doesn't find the save. Weapon toss. GCD light didn't connect, which could have comboed into the ground pound. Gauntlet versus Lance. Catch that landing. Sido has so much end lag. That was such a commitment. Side light to be able to get him off. The side light whips. Cosolix with the punish. 2 end lights. Poke, poke, poke. Neutral. Oh my god.
Ground pound. On the stage, ground pound used by Anime, knocking him off to the side. There's all going to be up. The D-Sync doesn't connect, and Anime is right there and ready to punish it. D-Light Nair, and he's gonna take that stock off. What a close game. I mean, I want to say close. It wasn't a close game. Anime and Soul, they just made a massive comeback. If we take a look at the stocks and how they progressed, this is 5 stocks against 3.
If there was a weapon that is incredible in 1v2 situations, it would be cannon. Because again, it can take opponents with you. Your end light gives you so much momentum if you connect it that it usually keeps you nice and safe. Your side light is able to cover both opponents at once, swat them away, and then you get to kill people with you. Your side lets you reposition. Anime avoided every single potentially lethal hit, and then he was able to get the KO onto Hardy, and then he just outplayed Cosolix in neutral. Cosolix got impatient with that D-Sync. Cosolix said he wanted the KO, he wanted it so badly, but cannon is one of the weapons in the game with a true KO confirm with the D-Light into the neutral. He was not at a point where he could commit to something like that, Polly.
Cosolix and hardymj, man. What the beginning of that game really went to, in their favor, and I feel like they definitely still have it in them. I can definitely see I can see a reality where this goes to 3-1, 3-2, or even the full-on reverse 3-0. Now, as to how probable I think that is, we might not need to discuss. Anime and Soul, they're already up 2-0 for a very good reason. We've been able to see them play for an entire set previously, and they're shining. They're shining right now, Dora.
They're looking phenomenal, but we can't count out Hardy and Cosolix. They still have a chance. They still have the ability to be able to take this one out, but they have a lot of work ahead of them. They're down 2-0 in a game that could have been theirs. That was their lead. They opened up with a lot of confidence, and now let's see what we got in this potentially final game 3.
All right. Cosolix and hardymj, so far they've found themselves a fairly good start here. But Soul and Anime, I mean, look at that gauntlet play. How do you find those opportunities? That could have been his stock just completely gone immediately.
Hardy looking through the GCD light. Soul able to connect the Ensig. Okay. Just backing off a little bit. Both teams, nobody finding any big neutral wins at the moment. The recovery is not enough to take out Soul stock off the top quite yet.
Alright. Cosolix and hardymj in a 1v2 situation. They're not able to get that knockout in though, because Soul is doing a great job at playing aerially here. He's playing aerially on that spear as well. I mean, I wouldn't want to go too near that.
Anime able to get the side out. Cosolix gonna be stuck off stage, but Huggy taking out Soul's first stock. So once again, much like last game, they have a lead. It's not an amazing lead. With cannon on hand, absolutely, the neutral is gonna be more than enough to take out the stock. The Enlight putting Cosolix off stage. Soul just jumps back onto safety and opts to focus on Huggy instead of going for the non-guaranteed KO against Cosolix.
Down signature is going to be connecting as Cosolix to try to make it back onto the stage, and hardymj, there's no options left with an off-stage play. Anime is going to take that stock off as they set up for the team combo, and there's almost the full extension as hardymj, his punish was a little bit late.
He gets a sidelight. Cosolix tries to get in there with a sidelight of his own. Soul not going to be able to find that punish. The neutral light finisher, Huggy just able to anti-air effectively. Okay, that's going to be the side stick coming out there. Soul going to be looking for the D-light. Anime gets the ground pound. Huggy eats a recovery. Has to land against two gauntlets. He's experiencing some trauma from the last stock. The double recovery was so nasty. That was so disgusting.
We're 4 stocks against 1 right now as they set up for a team combo. The team combo starts on stage and it ends off stage as Cosolix is now taking ground pounds from above. The third one is going to seal the deal as Anime and Soul continue in the tournament as they beat them 3-0.
Yeah, that was tough. That was an amazing game for Anime and Soul. What they did off stage to Huggy on his second stock was ridiculous. Their understanding when both of them have gauntlets, when they